This is a clip from Basketball at the Bar Live. Next up on the schedule here, Ben Simmons. Some huge Ben Simmons news coming out today. We've been hearing rumors about him getting closer and closer to returning to the court. Now we are hearing he is targeting Game 4. The timing is a little weird. We saw, the Nets lose yesterday. Now they lost 2 games in Boston. The first one was a very close game. They lost at the buzzer. The second one was not so close, where they basically led the whole game and fell apart in the fourth quarter. It's weird that they would announce that he's going to be available for Game 4 now when we still have Game 3, right?
Yeah, I mean, the initial reports we heard was he was always targeting Games 4, 5, and 6 as the return. So this is good news, right? Because it's the earliest of all of those dates.
What does this mean for the Brooklyn Nets? What can Ben Simmons bring to Brooklyn? And could this potentially change the series?
Well, it could definitely potentially change the series. I mean, it could change the series in both directions for Brooklyn, right? It could be good or it could be bad. But what is Ben Simmons going to bring to this team? Exactly what you would expect from Ben Simmons. A long, lengthy defender, another guy who can handle the ball. You know, this team, Kyrie Irving is a point guard, but at times they use him kind of like a shooting guard. So this just gives an added dimension to their offense. He's a great player to move without the ball, timely cuts, offensive rebounds, things like that. Those are actually exactly the types of plays that Brooklyn needs. This is a really grit and grind series. It's all physical, loose balls, turnovers, things like that are that much more magnified in this series. And that is an area that Ben Simmons can definitely help them in.
Yeah, the one category for me that Ben Simmons really needs to help Brooklyn out with is defense, right? Like their defense has been struggling all season long. It's going to be a breath of fresh air for Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to say, okay, Ben, go lock down Jason Tatum.
Definitely.
Get the ball out of Jason Tatum's hand. We don't want him doing anything.
Still a very tall order for Ben Simmons, a guy who hasn't played in almost a year.
It is.
Hasn't even really practiced with this team probably up until maybe 2 days ago or something like that. It was his first official practice with the team. Now you're telling him go guard Jason Tatum? Like, that's tough. But
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time he's guarded Jason Tatum, so he does have some experience with that. He's a little bit younger, so it's not like his body is going to completely fall apart after not playing, or at least we hope it doesn't.
No, I'm just thinking more about timing. I mean, Jason Tatum is
he's rolling.
He's rolling right now,
Yep.
and he's been playing all year long. Now he's had playoff run in him. His gear, he's in a higher gear already than Ben Simmons before he even steps on the floor.
Yeah, I also expect to see Ben Simmons, doing his thing in the open court, running with the ball, maybe finishing in transition. Maybe this will allow Kyrie Irving to become more of a spot-up shooter, KD to be more of a spot-up shooter. Maybe they can space the floor a little bit for guys like Drummond. It'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, I think this really helps Seth Curry and Bruce Brown more than anybody else, right? I mean, KD and Kyrie, sure, maybe they might get a couple more easy looks, but Ben Simmons is not a shooter, so those are the guys that they're going to be focused on anyway. But the others, the people like Seth Curry, Goran Dragic, those guys, they might get more open looks now at the basket with a Ben Simmons on the floor, which could be really beneficial for Brooklyn.
Yeah, but whether he comes back in Game 4 or not, Game 3 is where they need to focus, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But before we get there, other big news today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button. You can join us live every single weekday, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, don't forget to tip your bartender.